Gina. How we doing, everyone? Live from CattleCon here. We just had a little accident. We spilled our first Diet Coke down us. Hey, at least you know we're live. We're not playing here. I want to thank our sponsor here. All right, with that, we are live. We have Mr. Jed Sidwell. I'm Tommy Grisafi, and in the background, you have Joe Grisafi. We are all commodity brokers. We are APs at Nesvik Trading Group right back there. We're all part of the Ag Bull Trading Group. We're commodity brokers, and we're part of the media team. We are live for the first time ever at CattleCon 2026. We got a real cattleman here. Let's bring him on the stage. Mr. Jed Sidwell, tell us a little about yourself.
Oh, thanks for having me on, Tommy. Yeah, I'm the new broker here at Nesvik. I got my Series 3. I'm an associated person. I'm from Colorado originally, where my family farms and ranches, and we run a bunch of cows. I just graduated from Oklahoma State. And yeah, I'm super passionate about the markets and agriculture. Love doing stuff with this guy right here.
Did me spilling a Diet Coke down my shirt 10 seconds before we go live make you feel better about yourself?
Yeah. I'm just happy I kept my white shirt clean all day. I'm kind of known for spilling my lunch sometimes.
I literally didn't know what to do. I hit go live and I'm like, I just spilled a Diet Coke down me. Oh, Lord. All right. My brother Joe Grisafi is in the background. Joe, nothing brings me more pleasure than to introduce my big brother, Joe Grisafi, another AP in Nesvik Trading Group, part of the Ag Bull Media Trading Team. I hear you got some exciting news. You're going to go through the markets. Let's start with cattle, my friend.
Yeah, Tommy, the cattle is on its never-ending upswing. We had fats up about $2, feeders up 2. They just are never-ending, but we're getting near all-time highs again. So it's curious to see where we go from here. How long will the people continue to pay for the high beef prices, and where do we go?
Yeah, Joe, the energy here. Yeah, the energy here is going to be. If this CattleCon was held 2 months ago when we had that $60-$80 sell-off, it would not have been a good time. It's my understanding someone high up from the Trump administration might be here tomorrow. I don't know if they'll be stopping by the Ag Bull booth, but we can sure as hell hope.
Yeah,
right?
We're going to try.
We're going to try. We'll definitely need a new shirt. With that, let's take down grains and talk about outside markets a little bit, Brother Joe.
Sure. We had corn up 3 today. Really a nothing day. We're stuck in a range. We're stuck between the 420 and 430 range, and the corn not really going anywhere, sucking all the volatility out of our options, obviously. Beans, not a bad day, up 6. But again, here we're stuck in that range. It's like one of those never-ending things where we need some momentum to get us out of here. And is it going to be with the ethanol? Is it going to be with the 45Z? What's going to happen here to bring us out of this range? Our farmers all keep asking that same question, right? What's going to take to get out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wheat was up 1. It was very modest day, small range. Not a whole lot of activity in it all day long. The bigger mover was really in the outside market. When you look at the stock market, we had the NASDAQ at one point down almost 650, and now it's down about 385. We bounced off the bottom here. The Dow was down the Dow was down about 500, and it's down about 200 now. So nice move. But there it was. I thought originally the shutdown being ended gave us our little pop here. The problem in Iran, I think, was part of our sell-off.
Absolutely. Yeah, we shot down a drone, right? Yeah.
Yes.
That gave crude oil bid and gave some markets a bid. With that, an overall great tone to commodities. Again, wrapping it up, cattle on the highs, grains had a firm day, crude oil was up, gold and silver still on the rebound. They were up a lot more. Stock market closed lower. It was a lot lower, but it had a nice bounce nonetheless. All right, Brother Joe, we'll catch up with you later. I promise not to break anything else or spill anything else. Jed and I are going to get at it, all right?
All righty. Enjoy, guys.
See you, buddy. All right, Miss Jed Sidwell, we're here. The show just literally opened. The excitement there's quite a buzz, a lot of cowboy hats. You've never been to CattleCon, but what's your first impression?
Man, it's energetic. It's cool. Everyone's amped up. A lot of excitement. Not to mention, I mean, it's a good time to be a cattle producer right now.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to complain about too many things, but yeah, a lot of excitement for a lot of things we have going on just in the cattle space right now. Big talk in the opening ceremonies. Beef is on a more popular than it ever has been with RFK adjusting what the government thinks about U.S. beef consumption. Not to mention TikTok, Instagram, protein influencers are on the
GLP,
rise. Yeah.
GLP shot and
Yep.
stuff. Yeah.
Yep. We're a very protein focused nation right now. So for
We always
cattlemen,
should have been.
yeah,
We always
yeah.
should have been.
I mean, there's no reason not to be. But yeah, we're finally come to our senses and realize that, yeah, the power of red meat. So yeah, that responsibility falls back on us as cattle producers. And here's where we come to talk and network and find the solutions to some of our problems that we might have.
Sounds good. Folks, if you're out there, if you'd like to drop us a comment, we'd love to we're live streaming. I think you can drop us a comment while we're live streaming. Let me show you here. Drop us a comment right there. Visit the website, www.agbull.com. We'll try to answer them here live on the show. Of course, be polite, use your manners, and if you don't, we'll post who you are and everyone will see it. But with that, it's not just beef that's going up. Turkey, chicken, everything.
Yeah.
It's a rise. Everything's rising up.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. Carnivore snacks are a thing 10 years ago. That was something completely foreign. And yeah, now you can go to your local gas station and get carnivore snacks, it's a cool time to be an ag.
What tell us about you just literally ran back to the booth here.
Yeah.
I just saw our first person walk by double fisted, Jed. A husband wife couple had a couple beers in each hand. They're getting after it.
Yeah.
Tell us about Mr. Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah.
Opened her up.
Yeah, opening session, big keynote speaker. Dale Earnhardt Jr. came on, spoke about his experiences growing up, racing with his dad, some of kind of the parallels between the cattle industry and the racing industry, that at the end of the day, it all goes back to the people. It goes back to the connections and the memories that you make are really the important thing when at a big convention like this. It's very cool to see his perspectives. Always fun to hear a celebrity that's really down to earth too. It's always refreshing.
I think he has a restaurant bar down here in Nashville.
Yeah,
we are in Nashville, Tennessee, downtown at the convention center at booth 2312. It's going at the bottom of your screen. You want to get a hold of us or something, you can call that number 1-855-737-FARM. Got questions, comments, drop them below. We're going to have a lot of different media personalities. I think my friend Jesse Allen's going to stop by. We might have Tyne Morgan come by. We're going to have different experts in their field, cattle producers. We're going to have, if not every day will we be live, but we're going to do a lot of mini podcasts and then we'll release them later. Some people are nervous to go live, but we got some really great cattle producers. And when you think of cattle, you were educating me on the way down here. Go over where a lot of cattle are raised and produced, but then let's go over all the states that, like our friend Mick, you don't think of where he's from that they have cattle. There's cattle everywhere, but the big 3 or 4 states are.
Yeah, we think of the big cattle feeding states, obviously, are Texas, Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma. Right in the central U.S. where it's dry and the cattle can have good footing. Yet you still have the Midwest in our back door to supply us with corn and concentrates and things like that. But yeah, like our buddy Mick Leonard, who's from Virginia.
Give him a shout out. Leonard Commodities, Leonard Risk Management. He'll ask us to take that part where we just mentioned him and make it a YouTube short. Yeah. So he could send it to his mom.
Yeah. Hey mom, look at me. But no, there's so many states that I think are overlooked sometimes in terms of their cow-calf numbers throughout the country. There's active sale barns in about every state, which put up big numbers from time to time. And it's cool you got to see that in person here at CattleCon. Everyone has a badge with their name and state on it, and man, you get all walks of life, people from all around the country here. But before I actually went to the Dale Earnhardt speak. I stopped in at the BQA meeting that they were having about beef quality assurance and kind of some of the responsibilities that beef producers have when it comes to marketing something to the general public, right? We like to use medical assistance on these cattle sometimes, use antibiotics and things like that. But at the end of the day, we still have to provide a safe product. And the big thing that we have to worry about at this stage and age with all this media, everybody's got a phone. We have to have a good public image as beef producers. Be aware in terms of our ethical treatment of animals and things like that. Some really good discussion that they were having over there in the conference centers.
Let's talk about your background with cattle judging and whatnot. And you didn't just put that hat on to look cool for the show, although you do look pretty cool.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I grew up on a farm and ranch in Colorado. Yeah, I'm like a fifth generation cattle rancher on either side of my family. That's what both my grandparents, both sides, made a living when I was growing up, and something I'm really passionate about. But I grew up in a rural area, growing up showing sheep and cattle through 4-H and FFA. And in that, I did a bunch of livestock judging as well through 4-H, which actually led for some opportunities for me to go and do that beyond the youth level and do it in college on scholarship. So from there, I went to Butler Community College and Oklahoma State University, where I was pretty fortunate to be on some great livestock judging teams there. Had some really good mentors and coaches. And this led me to where I am today, where I every now and then I get to take a weekend and go evaluate a livestock show somewhere in the country, which is fun. I'm going at the end of February here.
Yeah, what's your schedule look like? Well, where were you a few weeks ago? You went to the big one.
Yeah, I went to the National Western Stock Show. My family sold some cattle there. Was there for the judging banquet. It's always a good time. Just the heritage of the National Western. If you ever get to go, I highly recommend it. There's no place like Denver in January. It truly is electric there. But yeah, from my judging schedule coming up, I got a big one here at the end of February. I'm going to Florida, the Central Florida Fair, to do their sheep and goat breeding show. I'm going to be there for a few days in beautiful Orlando. And then I got one in May coming up. I'm going to do the Desert Storm Show out in Oregon. And then I got a few on the books, kind of working on some dates through the summer. So
where'd I go to the barbecue, but I didn't make it to the show?
The American Royal. Yeah. Most people go to the American Royal for the livestock show. Tommy here, he's in for the barbecue.
Well, I had a buddy who was on the barbecue team, and that was a fun event. I had always watched it on the cooking shows, and they had to get the cattle from somewhere, right?
Yeah, and those guys they're super competitive. They get real into it.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to all the good folks who made it down here to Nashville. The weather's been horrendous here with the ice and whatnot, but there's been a lot of great ag shows down here last couple days, couple weeks, and Nashville's just a fun town. If you're ever down in Nashville and you want to come visit us at the Nesvik Trading Office, we're moving offices in a few weeks, but we're right downtown by the Ryman Theater, and of course, just call us or text us, and we'll definitely you can come meet us at the office. And with that, what are you looking forward? We got about 100 people watching live, got about 5-6 people standing outside the booth. What are you looking forward to doing here? Have you looked at the brochure?
Yeah, man, I'm super pumped to maybe step into some of the board meetings and some of the NCBA conferences that go on here. I'm excited. My good friend Shane Bedwell at the American Hereford Association is putting on a workshop that's going to start here at 3:30. Hopefully, maybe once we get done, I can sneak over to that. They're doing some great educational things. And, I'm excited just to walk around and see the new things that they have here. There's a new Scours vaccination, First Defense. They're a sponsor of CattleCon. They're big in their advertising here is everywhere.
Did you hear the Scours advertisement in the bathroom?
Yeah, in the bathroom. They have like Scours posters above the toilet.
It's like be a Rambo in the poster talk. Yeah, they didn't miss a beat here. It is every bit as big as the Commodity Classic. And but if I was to go to the Commodity Classic right now, corn and beans and wheat and whatnot, those are all those groups that go there. It's not a real exciting time. the energy here, the smiles on people's faces, the little little jump in their step here, the store on the corner that's selling the Western wear. I bet you they're going to sell some merchandise here because people have some money in their pockets in the cattle industry, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it was definitely evident at the National Western. The sales that they have there this year were set records. I did so at the Cattlemen's Congress sales beginning of the year because it's a good time to be a cattleman right now. And man, it's definitely reflected that here in CattleCon in Nashville. The cool thing for us, though, compared to other booths and people that came in, man, we just had to go up the road. We didn't have to fly in all of our stuff. We
No,
were able to just drop it at the
literally
door.
walk down the street. Yeah, yeah. I blessed to work downtown Nashville, have an apartment in downtown Nashville. My family's down here, and my daughter lives down here. My wife and my dogs. I call that my family
Yeah.
now. That's what you do when you get older. You get your wife and your dogs. And of course, if the wife leaves, you keep the dogs, right? I mean, you gotta keep what's important here. But the energy, yeah, people spend a lot of money to get down here. They want to be down here. Some good folks from the CME group just stopped by the booth. I asked them if they'd wanted to jump on the show, and they're like, "Oh, we can't do that without prior approval." I'm like, "All right, next time." But we're allowed to do whatever we want, say whatever we want. For folks who don't know us, we have our Saturday show we do with Jim Wiesmeyer. You and I, we're going to start a show during the week.
Yep.
We'll have that out about 6:15, 6:30 in the morning every day. That'll be free, nice 7-10 minute show telling you what you need to get ready for, whether it be in the ag markets, uh, cattle markets, or even outside markets. A lot of people want to talk about gold and silver in the stock market. Some people worried about their portfolios. The stock market's the little engine that could, but it can come down. As we know, we saw silver drop 33, 34% the other day. Could you imagine if the stock market dropped 33%? What type of risk that would be? It doesn't, people think it can't happen, but someone thought silver couldn't go down that much the other day too. So
yeah, I think the last time that happened in the stock market, I think they called that the Great Depression, Tommy. Yeah.
well, you studied a little history. Yeah, it wasn't even 33%. It was just 25%. It doesn't take much to get that going. Folks, if you're out there and you need help with markets, Ag Bull Trading, good folks, Nesvik Trading Group, we'd love to help you. If you need help and you just want a little more information, we have a premium content service now that we sell, and we love telling people about that and getting people over on that. It's we're really enjoying doing that. Getting premium content out all the time. Matter of fact, my I don't know where the heck that is. I'm a hot mess here, but it's up here somewhere. My little box. I can't find it. My little box. We're a hot mess.
Stand by.
Yeah, there it goes. Is that Brother Joe popping that up? Joe, are you doing that? I couldn't click that. I'm a little frozen.
Yes.
But yeah, premium content, $25 a month, $250 annually. That's what we're doing. Now we do videos. We have Mike Sands. He's a cattle expert, and a lot of great content, but we don't want to give it away for free. People are willing to pay for high quality information. We feel like that's what we're delivering. So you get a morning email, a text on news, so sometimes several texts a day when the markets are moving, give you that afternoon email and that little nugget of education almost every day.
Yeah.
Some days we don't, but and then of course Wiesmeyer's free. The morning show's free. We want to get out and educate people. Matter of fact, the CME group was over here and they said, can you help us get the word out about a new fertilizer contract? And that's something that they tried to start 20 years ago that didn't do well, but it should have done well.
Yeah.
And folks need that. You hear that a lot about, your family farms. Fertilizer's high, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we do a lot of things with elemental sulfur and phosphorus, and we're kind of have a nitrogen-rich soil. So sometimes we're trying to reduce our acidity with different fertilizers and products that we put on. And man, they get costly sometimes, Tommy. So I think being able to track what the market's doing there, maybe hedge against it. For farmers doing some risk management. So right now, the big thing that affects farmers, we can control the weather better than we ever can with different irrigation and drainage techniques. We have better corn and soybean genetics than we've ever had. The thing we have a hard time controlling right now are our input costs. And with a fertilizer contract like that, man, that would be huge.
Yeah. Hey, you and I were walking down the street the other day, and you said you didn't like Chipotle, and I understand why. But on a serious note, Chipotle just came out with earnings, and it's interesting to see how things are changing. I want to read what Chipotle's earnings are. why the hell are we talking about Chipotle at CattleCon? Well, it kind of matters because you think that's a company that should be doing so well, but Chipotle stock just broke 11% after hours just on Chipotle coming out with earnings, and the stock immediately falls 11% because store sales are down, and that could be because of nasty cold or whatever. But I think people are eating a lot more at home. We learned a lot more about cooking at home, and that ties into beef. Is that people got used to eating high quality beef? A
Yep.
lot more people started buying quarters and halves during the pandemic. You were a senior in high school wrestling out there in Colorado, but talk about how easy it is to partner up with a farmer and buy a quarter or half.
Yeah, I think that's something that yeah, probably is underutilized is we have a big disconnect right now from the general public and a farmer. I think the best way to get in contact with somebody is go to a local livestock show. You know, every county, almost every county in America has a county fair, and your cattle producers are going to be there. For the most part, it's a great time to connect, and not to mention a good time for families as well. Yeah, it's big. We have a few local families every year that want to steer our quarter of a beef or something like that, and it's always fun to help out your neighbors as well as helping out yourself.
Absolutely. How should we end the show today? Our first ever introduction, Mr. Jed Sidwell, new broker at Nesvik Trading, Agbo Media, Agbo Trading. Love to have him on board. Licensed Series 3 broker. You're going to see a lot of them here on the morning show and afternoon shows and premium content and everything else. He's not all hat and no cattle. He has a few cattle himself, likes to judge. But how do you want to end today's show, Jed?
We mentioned the morning show, teased that a little bit. Man, I'm super pumped about it. I think it's going to be a good kind of morning show for our production agriculture people as well as our traders. The start to your
well,
day.
we work with some of the best traders in America at Nesvik Trading Group. And those guys are trading their own money, managing other people's money. We work with brokers like myself who help educate farmers, brokers like yourself. One thing that's interesting is just to talk about markets is it is February. We're coming into crop insurance level. We're going to establish that crop insurance price. Regardless of how bummed out people are about grain prices, acres are going to get planted. And regardless if cattle are higher or lower during that turbulent time recently, a few months ago, people are going to continue to raise cattle. And there was a time about 5-6 years ago where it looked like administrations and people were really making the cattlemen look like a bad person, but I think that's changed.
Yeah, and I think that's the important goal of things like CattleCon is to try and show off the cattlemen a little bit, show off our image and our ethical backing to get it into the public's eye is very important.
And it's like you've been media trained. You're like that IU quarterback who just knew what to say, when to say it, and everything else.
Yeah.
Listen, folks, we're at booth 2312. We're live at CattleCon. We're going to be live at 3 in the afternoon. We're going to be live at 9 in the morning. Mr. Jed Sidwell, new broker. Give him a big round of applause. Tommy Grisafi, I hope you know me. If you don't know me, reach out. We're going to stay on for a minute or two. We'd love for someone to ask us a question. If you want to drop us a question, that'd be great. I did have part of my software freeze up, so there's a couple things I want to show you I can't. But with that, I will be able to hit the button to close. Any questions or comments before we get out of here, folks? About 250 of you watching. Let me tell you where you're all coming from. About 200 of you watching from X, about 10 of you on YouTube, and a couple on Facebook. Glad to have you here. With that, if you missed this full episode, you can go back to YouTube. It'll be out there. It'll be on X. We'd love to have you. Don't worry, we'll be doing a lot of these. And with that, do us a favor, click like and subscribe. Here, listen to this.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'd love for you to like and subscribe. And while you're at it, why don't you go to our social media platforms? We're on all of them at Agbo Media.
Love to have you at Agbo Media. Jed Sidwell, not his first day on the job, but definitely his first week. I'll tell you something. When he was a summer intern, he spilled something on himself, and this is karma getting me back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there was a day that I spilled about half a pan of beef risotto down my shirt, and Tommy hasn't let me live it down yet. But today I got maybe a point back on the scoreboard for me.
Yeah, Brother Joe's laughing. Yeah. I mean, when I hit go live, I dumped a Diet Coke down my shirt. I was so embarrassed. And my wife was laughing. I didn't know what to do. You know what? Drink water. All right, folks, we're going to have an action-packed week. We'd love to see you stop by. Booth 2312, Agbo Media, Nesvik Trading Group. here. We're going live. If you want to jump on the show, come on by. If we don't go live with you, we can record a little segment. You could tell us your story in the cattle industry. All right. We'll see you all tomorrow. See you, everyone.